It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. I'm going to be talking about the 3 important events going on that I want you guys to have more details on, how you can work through things, and how you can kind of save yourself some efforts without trying to go through too many things at once. So first I'm going to cover For the Republic. This is your way to get the Meet the Council medallions that can get you the chances to meet Claudia Cookie, which I'll discover and talk about more. But we're going to go through some of the completed missions and ways that you can get through these things. So it's not been very long, and as you can see, I've already finished a decent amount of these, and you can too, because they're not a specific level cap, they're not a specific set of cookies that you need, they're just the things that you can do within the game to get these done. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the top, and some of these you may have already finished, but I'm going to skip over the daily ones, and we'll come back to that because the dailies repeat, so we're not going to cover that at the moment. If you're not already in a guild, join a guild. Easy. 200 stamina jellies. This one might be hard if you're saving your stamina jellies, but as I've mentioned before in the past, saving it does not really do very much once you've gone past the maximum cap, because you are losing on resources and losing on chances to elevate your status within the game. So I do recommend using this. And that 200 stamina jellies is going to increase because we have all the way at the bottom, which is actually here because I haven't done it yet, use 1600 stamina jellies. So there's all the way from 200 to 1600, and you can get rewards between those points. So please do use those, because as you can see, 1600 stamina jellies, that's going to take you a couple days unless you buy nothing but repetitive ways to refresh all your stamina jellies, which if you do, that's fine, but that is one of the missions that you can complete. Fulfilling wishes from the tree. Now this is not collecting the chest, this is actually just doing the wishes. You can go all the way up to 200. After 200, you will have completed all the wish missions, but that is an easy one to do. You can hit refresh, you can say, yep, that's a cheap resource, I'm fine with giving that up. You do that 200 times, you've completed all of that. And it gets you coins anyway, so it's really a benefit for multiple things. Clear the Tower of Sweet Chaos tray 5 times. So you're going to have 20 at the max for the trays you have to complete. If you're at the lower trays, this will be easier. If you don't want to grind the higher trays, you can go back down to the bottom ones, which are tray 49 and lower, that you can do 6 keys to do. So if you want to grind it in the sense of getting the most value, then you can do tray 49 if you've unlocked that point, and you'll get the most value for the same amount of searing keys used if you were to do tray 1. So tray 49 is your best grinding option, but if you just want to go through your traditional progression, you should be able to get through pretty easily within about 1 to 2 weeks. Win 5 revenge battles in the Kingdom Arena. If this is hard for you because of team setups, I just recommend setting up a bait team that's really, really easy to beat, just to let yourself lose like maybe 15 battles at most. That way you can come back in, switch your defense team back to what it was, and then just beat those people that easily beat you. However, some of them might be high level, so don't think of this as a guarantee, but it is at least one way to potentially get this mission taken care of. If you've got enough strong teams, then, just be ready to build counter teams against what your regular team is and what your defense team is. I never recommend using the same defense team as your attack team, because if you go to attack somebody and they go to revenge, then they're already going to know what your team is because you don't have a different team. So try to have your counter team built so that way you don't get caught in the crossfires, losing trophies and revenges, and you have a little bit of easier time in the PvP area. Obtain guild relics. So with this one, the C-Shop, the Alliance, which you can fast time jump if you've at least played it once, and the shop packages if you really, really want to get crazy with relics, but honestly you can just do Alliance in the C-Shop and that'll be good enough. The trade at the seaside market. This can be anything. This can be the relics, this can be the pieces, this can be the treasure maps, anything. Anything you want to trade in there, this will count for that. That's an easy one to do. Complete any world exploration stage 30 times with a magic cookie in the team without using time jumpers. For this, I went to world 3-7 because that's where you can start getting topping pieces. And then I just put a magic cookie in a team that was pretty fast, hit start without the time jumper being used, and then I just got through about like 100 stamina, and that was good. And this is a way to use that mission at the exact same time as using regular stamina jellies, so that way you can kind of do a 2-for-1. So that's easy one to do. It just takes about maybe 30 to 40 minutes of your time to do that one. Donate relics to the Guild Museum. This will come in hand with you getting them, but donating them, you will go all the way up to 20 times, and it's an easy mission. Easy reward, easy thing to do. If we go further down, you can see win in the Kingdom Arena 40 times with a magic cookie in the team. So, Frost Queen, Clotta Cookie, if you have Clotta Cookie, Squid Ink. There's a few good options there that you can use. Latte, if you have a strong latte. So there's options if you want to try and win in the arena with those teams. But Frost Queen's going to be your best bet as far as a viable meta team. And there are some options to build that, which I could discuss if you guys want in the comments. Just let me know, leave a comment as like, what team do I recommend for running a magic cookie to at least have a chance to win, because those are some easy missions. As long as you can do it 40 times, you'll be okay. And as we go further down, you can see attempt a topping upgrade 100 times. This is not successful upgrades that are needed, just doing the upgrades. So 100 times on that. Win in the Kingdom Arena 100 times. So you just need to win 100 battles. And then, of course, completing the missions, which I've only done 2 of the actual mission parts so far. And as you get to the higher completion points, you'll get some really nice rewards here, as well as some soul stones for Clotta Cookie as well. Now, before I move to Cookie Odyssey and the Path to Victory, if we come here to meet the console, if you get these banners in the back lit up, you will get a guaranteed Clotta Cookie. How you get these banners is when you draw the coins from the draw 1 and draw 5 options. So if you see, all but one banner lit up, go ahead and pull, because you will be one away from just getting Clotta Cookie guaranteed. Now, that does not mean you can't get Clotta Cookie in other ways. You can just get him in the pulls even without the banners lighting up. That can happen. I was not lucky enough to have that happen to me, but that does not mean you might not have that luck. So that is an option. Another thing you can do is that already in the arena shop, right here, the metal shop, Clotta Cookie's Soul Stone is right there for 400 for 1 Soul Stone. So obviously, being a super epic, you're going to get half the Soul Stones as the same price you pay for an epic, which makes sense. It does. So that is another way. And then, of course, in the packages is another way to get him. And even in the probabilities, it is low percentage, but you can get both the Soul Stones and the actual Cookie of Clotta Cream as well in the regular gacha and the banner gacha. And as you can see here, same thing. Regular and banner, they're there. It's actually a higher percent chance in the regular gacha than the featured. And that's because the featured has a higher percent chance right now for Wildberry. So if you're going specifically for Clotta Cream, you're going to actually want to pull from the regular gacha. And that might not make sense to most people, because we've always pulled from the regular banners that are going, because, we want the featured cookies. But no, if you want Clotted Cream, like let's say you either 5-starred Wildberry or you just don't want Wildberry for some reason, go to the regular gacha, because you're actually going to have a higher percent chance for a Clotted Cream cookie than if you were to go through the featured banner. So do keep that in consideration. Now, back to the other 2 important events that are going on that you need to know about. This is the Council of Heroes Odyssey Quills that you use. Now, you'll unlock them through the daily missions that come through here, which is the Odyssey missions. You can do 200 total. So by the end of the daily missions, so 20 days, because 10 times 20, 200. That will get you the ability to have collected all the quills, do all the missions, and get everything done, which then will in turn also get all of these done so that you can get all of these rewards too. The only reason I have them further is that I got packages that did have the quills in them, and I can show you one of the best packages currently right now, and that is the time-limited one of getting 80 quills for $4. So if you're free to play, I understand that you would never want to get that. But if you're interested in the lore story and you're interested in seeing the Odyssey episodes going through, that might be something good for you, especially because we will be getting at least 2 more guaranteed chapters, but for now we only have chapter 1, so that is an option as well. And then last but not least, this is an important one, the Path to Victory. So the Path to Victory, it is a Kingdom Arena specific reward. You will acquire arena tier points for reaching every single tier that you reach, starting from Master 3. So, if we hit the info here, if you get to Master 3, and you stay there, and the season ends, you get 8,000 points. If you get all the way up to Grandmaster 1, you will get 25,000 points. So, let's take this from a realistic perspective, because not everyone will always hit the highest tier, and not everyone will hit the lowest tier. We're probably going to have a good average in the middle here. So if you, let's just say with the lowest tier, if you get Master 3 every season with 8,000 points, and you have to get all the way up to 120,000 points, I'm just going to pull that up real quick. Divide that by 8,000. That will take you 15 seasons. So that means 15 months. 15 months at Master 3. And you will get all the rewards here. If you can get to Grandmaster 1, even just at the end of the season, and you've got it and you've got the rewards for it, then at that point, it will take you 4.5 months, which basically 5 months. So 5 months at the fastest, 15 months at the slowest. What are the rewards? These are the best rewards I've ever seen in this game. 300 topping pieces obviously is not a huge amount, but it's good. It's a good start because 10,000 points, you just have to hit Master 1 and you've unlocked that. Right off the bat, Master 1, you've got it. The next one, still not a major resource, but 10 million coins can be at least 10 to 12 good lab upgrades that maybe you couldn't do because coins might be running short. This could be huge for people that need building upgrades, so that's really good. The next one, still like, okay, this is decent rewards, but it's good. 100 treasure tickets. You hit Master 1 3 times in a row, you've gotten to this point pretty easily. So that's 3 seasons. 100 treasure tickets, that could be a few epics upgraded. That could be important epics upgraded. It's good, it's helpful. My favorite reward to start is the 500 level 8 EXP jellies. That's going to be enough to max at least 2 cookies when you get that. And so that reward right there is like when you've hit that point, you're going to be like, well, let's find 2 cookies that I just want to absolutely max out. I think that's an amazing reward, and that's a great start to begin with. Next, the cookie cutters. It is the regular cookie cutters, but you get 50 of them. So that's 5 free pulls, or the equivalent of 15,000 gems, or the equivalent of about $25 US if you were to convert it as far as packages and how you would normally get them. So that's a great deal right there. You're just getting basically $25 or 15,000 crystals in accordance on the regular cookie gacha just by winning Master 1 at the very least for 5 seasons. If you do better, like you get Grandmaster 1, you only need to do that in 2 seasons, and that's awesome. This one's pretty crazy. For getting to 60,000 points, you get 100 1-hour speed ups. Now, at first, you're like, well, I don't know, that's kind of nice, I guess. But if you really take that into consideration, you can either speed up all your balloons to get as many toppings and topping pieces as you need very quickly. You could probably net about maybe 100 toppings in a day just by grinding through the balloon, but you'd also need to have all the stamina jellies for that to do so. You could get 3 to 4 houses upgraded instantly if you were at like a level 10 or level 11 house upgrade, so that's really nice too. And there's a few other good uses for that as well. So it's not a perfect reward, but it's really still super helpful. Now we get to the like real meat of the bones. So at 70,000 points, you get 1,000 topping pieces. So you're going to have quite a lot of upgrade potential that you could at least maybe max out one, maybe 1.5 cookies of their full toppings just because of that many topping pieces in accordance to what you have as well. So that's awesome. 80,000 points, you now get 100 magic cookie cutters. So you get 10 free pulls of 10 pulls on the featured banner of whatever's going by that point. So if you're getting to Master 1, this is going to be 8 months down the road. If you're getting to Grandmaster 1, this is going to be 3 months down the road. Very helpful either way. All super helpful when you think about that. That's probably about $100 to $150 worth of value right there at that point. At 100,000 points, so we skipped 90,000. We're at 100,000 points at this point. So you'd have to go 2 seasons if you're at Master 1 and just 1 more season if you're at Grandmaster 1. You get 10,000 rainbow cubes. So that is enough to do almost 8 full pulls of 5 featured banner costume pulls for whatever's going on at that point. And I'm super certain that we will have more costumes by the time you would get this reward. So that's going to be amazing because it's free cubes. I mean, it's free resources that you can earn just by playing the game. PvP mode specifically, but nonetheless, still amazing. The second to last reward, probably people's most favorite reward, of course, the one that I've seen at least most talked about. If you get to 11,000 points, sorry, not 11,000, 110,000 points. That's a correction there. You get 80,000 gems. Right there, that is probably $250 to $300 worth of value for you playing the game, having almost 100k gems. And by the point of getting all these season tier rewards and the master rewards and the gems that you get from those seasons, you're honestly gonna have 100k gems unless you spend it. So if you can save just enough, you will have 100k gems by that point. That's yet again another 10 free pulls. So no, that would be 100 pulls of whatever featured banner's going on at that point. And that's pretty amazing. And then of course the last one we don't have much details on yet, but a masterpiece in the works, arena statue design. Looks like our gnomologists are working on a new masterpiece. I'm going to take a guess right now, because of how much Devsisters loves the gnomes, and I love them too. I actually got one of the collectibles. They're super cute. But how much they love the gnomes and the fact that it's being built by the gnomes, I'm going to take a guess. It's either going to be a really cute, cheesy, like buff gnome, like, oh, look how strong I am and how good I do in the PvP arena, or maybe it'll be like a shrine to the gnomes. I'm not super certain, of course. This could be anywhere from 6 to 8 months down the road, so it's hard to say with certainty right now, but it's very interesting. And maybe they did a giant question mark so that us as the community can speculate to see what we like the most, and maybe that's what the design will be. So it's very interesting, and it's very cool to see that could be coming. And I apologize that this was a longer video than traditional, but I did want to cover all of these because all 3 of these events are extremely important and can really give some amazing rewards to you if you put the effort in to play it. And if, of course, you have questions, please ask in the comments. I would be happy to help answer and happy to discuss strategies and guides and whatever you think would help you with any of these events going on right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.